Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the new Age of Sigmar subscription magazine, Stormbringer. Here we go, this is going to be our first look at Stormbringer, which is the new Warhammer Age of Sigmar subscription magazine. And I've got to say, this looks fantastic, there's lots to go through. So in this video I thought we could take a look at the website, go through all the different sections, find out all about this new subscription, and then what I've done is I've taken a look at all the different models that are going to be included and found the corresponding sets on the Games Workshop website, so we can have a look at the price and just see like an overview of what value we're going to get from this collection. I was really looking forward to seeing what they were going to include in Stormbringer, and I've got to say, this is 10 times better than I thought it was going to be. So let's not mess around, let's get right into it and head over to the website. Here we are at the Stormbringer website, and this is warhammerstormbringer.com. I'll put a link in the description below so you can head over there and take a look. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that, and I'm not getting like sponsored for this video. I'm just really into it. I think it's great, so I thought it'd be fun to go through and take a look at it. So this is the equivalent of the Warhammer 40,000 Imperium magazine, and so if you've been following along as I've been getting that each week, this is going to be something very similar but for Age of Sigmar. And the last series they did like this for Age of Sigmar was called Mortal Realms, and that was really great. Got some awesome models in there, and this one I think has topped it. I think this is going to be a better collection. So let's run through and we'll look at all the different sections. And now if you subscribe, you're going to get some great deals which we'll cover as we go through the video. But whether you subscribe or just pick up issue 1 from your local shop, you're going to get that for just $2.99, and that's going to include the Knight Arcanum, the Killer Boss, Stabgrot, 6 dice, and it looks like you're also going to get some battle mats as well, and these are just the card ones that fold out. So these aren't the thick boards, but they're the cards, and it looks double-sided, so that's great. And these are really good to play, and for $2.99, this is like an introductory offer to get people hooked on it. You get quite a lot here. You get some really nice models. You can never have too many dice, and if you get a couple of issues, maybe even 4, you've got a huge amount of mats to play on. So if you want to play Age of Sigmar and you don't want to buy some expensive mats, this could be a good way to get something that's got some images on there to get started with. So that's issue 1. That's the first one. And if you subscribe, like I said, you're going to get loads more bonuses, which we'll have a look at as we work through this video. But scrolling down, this is our first look at all the army that's going to be included in the collection. And there's lots going on here. And once I've gone through this section of the website, we'll break down and look at each unit in particular. And I'll circle it and then link it to the actual box set that you would buy at Games Workshop website. So yeah, but there's some really great models, and we knew it's going to be Dominion, so it's going to be Cruel Boys against the Stormcast Eternals, but this is bringing in lots of other factions. There's Sylvaneth in there, there's Caradon Overlords, we've got the Gloomspike Gits, there's loads of Underworld sets weaved into this, and some nice terrain as well. So yeah, lots to go through with this section. Then as we go down, you're going to get some free gifts if you subscribe early. Now, if you start the collection with issues 1, 2, 3 or 4, by the 30th of April 2022, you're going to get all these 3 gifts, and these are going to be delivered throughout the subscription. So you can see here, the first delivery, you're going to get the modelling kit. So you're going to get the clippers, the little scraping tool, and a pot of glue. Then for the third delivery, so that'll be month 3, you're going to get the Stormbringer binder and then all the dividers. And this helps you keep everything nice and organised as you build up the collection. In the 4th delivery, you'll get some paints. Looks like there's going to be 3, a large base brush, large dry brush, and a medium shade brush. Then we're on to the 5th delivery with a heat changing mug. And finally, the 7th delivery, you get this paint rack. So some nice free gifts there. And getting that first delivery with a free gift. Don't forget, it's only $2.99 and you get that free gift as well. That's great value. And you also get issue 2 of magazine for free. So for $2.99, you get tons of stuff. But I'll break that down in more detail in a second. So here's the first 4 issues. So issue 1, we've seen already, is the Knight Arcanum, Killer Boss, Stabgrot, Battle Mat, and the dice. Then issue 2, going to get 10 Gut Trippers, and these look like the push fit ones that you get in the Dominion box set. Then in issue 3, you're going to get 5 Vindictors. Again, these look like the ones from Dominion. And then issue 4, you get 4 paints: Retributor Armor, Lead Belcher, Auric Flesh and Cantor Blue, plus a starter brush. So usually with this collection, like with the Imperium magazine, as it goes on, you only get like 2 paints per issue. So getting 4 in the issue makes it decent value. So that's great. Usually the paints are the worst ones if you just judge it by the contents. But the magazine's fantastic. You get so many other things with it. Yeah, it's really great value. So you can't just judge it by having 2 pots of paint in one issue. You got to look at the whole collection and what you get value-wise for the whole thing. So the whole idea with this, if you haven't seen any of these subscription magazines before, is that you read, so you get all the information, you learn about the lore, and each week you get little stories, bits of background, just to like develop your knowledge of the world of Age of Sigmar. This one's going to introduce you to it from the start and then work you through it as the collection builds to get you more into it. And yeah, really great. It covers lots of information, pretty much all of it from the core book, and then so you don't have to buy the core book because you're going to get all the information you need in this collection. So that makes it really worthwhile as well. There's also a big part is collecting. So you collect the miniatures, you develop the stories, and then you play out different games, and then you can work on the narrative by naming them. And this collection will give you naming tables, little records to keep track of all your battles, things like that. You also get all the data sheets. Now with the Imperium, they didn't give you data sheets until way into the 20s, the issue of the 20s, and so you might have to wait a little while with that. But you do get all the rules you need to play them as the collection develops. And so yeah, you don't have to worry about not getting the data sheets right away, because the information is included in each issue to correspond with the models that come with the issues. Building is a big part of the collection too, and the instructions and easy to follow construction guides are really good. They're very detailed, very crisp, neat, and take you right through it. And I think this is a fantastic part of the collection, as is the paint section. These are really good. Again, high detail, taking you through step by step how to paint in the traditional way. So if you want to use contrast paints or do something a bit different, then this isn't going to show you how to do that so much, but it is going to show you how to do it with the traditional Games Workshop methods. Then we're on to play, and this is where you learn how to play the game. Now, I never got into Warhammer 40,000 because I just couldn't get on with the rules. But once I got the Imperium magazine, it really got me hooked into it. And learning to play it a little bit each week really introduces you to it and builds on the idea of playing, but also building the army. And building the army is a big part of the hobby. I think if I didn't even play a game with my Warhammer 40,000 models, I wouldn't even be that bothered. I just like collecting it, working on the narrative of my army and building it up like that. And I think this could be what gets me into Warhammer Age of Sigmar, because I've tried to get into it by going through the core book and playing. But I think if this does for Age of Sigmar what Imperium has done for 40k, I could well be playing Age of Sigmar. And I've got a lot of models for it, so I'd really like to use them in that, not just in Warcry. So there we go. That's the 5 sections that this magazine subscription is all about: reading, collecting, building, painting, and playing. So there's going to be a lot more to this collection if you want to go premium. So you can get even more models, and each one of the premium deliveries is going to come with a 32-page magazine, which will include all your data sheets and information for the miniatures included. Now, Premium 1 is not going to come out until issue 15, so you're not going to get this until around the 4th delivery, and this is going to be in Drasta, the Celestial Spear, and more. So this is going to be from the Dominion box set. Now, this came with some other models, so you're going to get some other models with this as well. Same goes for Premium 2, which will come with issue 33. That's the killer boss there, and you're also going to get the other models that come with that sprue. Then for Premium 3, which is way down the line in issue 51, you get Grunstock Gunhauler and more models. And finally, Premium 4, Dankhold Troggoth and more. That's in issue 69, so that's nearly to the end. There's like 80 altogether, I believe. So getting some really nice models here. If you've got Dominion, then you're probably not going to want to go with a Premium. Issues 51 and 69 give you some great models for Caradon Overlords and for the Gloomspike Gits. But I think paying for it from the start just to get those, if you've already got the Dominion box set, then you probably won't want to do that. So there's a little survey on the website if you want to take part in that, and you may win some vouchers. I'm not doing that. But here's the FAQs now. So I thought we could run through these because there are lots of questions with something like this, and these do answer most of them. And then there's some other things we can look at after this that go really into detail. So let's get started. So we know what it is. We don't have to look at that. Now, when will the collection be available? And it says here that issue 1 will be available to buy in UK stores on the 16th of February. Issue 2 will be available on the 2nd of March. Now, if you subscribe, you're going to get these issues delivered straight to your door. But as with Imperium magazine, if you subscribe, you won't get issue 1 straight away. You'll have to wait until that 2nd of March time, where you get issue 1, issue 2, and that free goodies pack that we went through earlier. So if you want that issue 1 right away, then I would definitely recommend getting to a store, a newsagents locally, and see if you can get hold of it. But if you do subscribe, you just have to wait till March, and then you'll get 1 and 2 together. And then the next month you'll get issues 3, 4, and 5 and 6. So they should all come together too. Then we've got how many issues are in the collection. So there's issues are 80 planned. Now it's all subject to change, and so just bear that in mind. Some of the things we even go through in this video might change. How often is it published? So issue 2 is released 2 weeks after issue 1. Then the collection is published weekly, but you'll be getting them delivered in 4 weeks at a time. So each month you'll get 4 issues. How much does it cost? So issue 1 is £2.99. Issue 2 is £5.99, and then 3 onwards is £8.99. Don't forget, when you get issue 1 at £2.99, you do get issue 2 for free if you subscribe. Now, if you're going to go for the premium, you're going to add £2 to each of those categories. How to subscribe. So you can subscribe here just by clicking these buttons, nice and easy, or you can call there's the number, and then you can do all that over the phone. What are the gifts and when will you get them? So we've gone through those gifts already, but you're going to get them as long as you subscribe from issue 1, 2, 3 or 4 by the 30th of April 2022. You are going to get these free gifts. So first delivery gets you the modelling kit. Third delivery, the binder, worth getting as well, that binder. The 4th delivery, paintbrush set. 5th delivery, the mug. And the 7th is that paint rack. And then the premium, again, it breaks it all down here and tells you with which issue you're going to get each premium. And then, are there any binders or extras with a subscription? This is something you've got to be aware of. You get the free binder in your 3rd delivery, but from issues 5, 6 and 7, if you subscribe, you'll get your first binder with dividers with issue 7, but they're going to charge you £9.99 for that. And so if you don't tell them you don't want it, they're going to give it to you. And you're going to get more binders, which are going to be sent with issues 23, 43 and 63, and they're going to charge you £9.99 each time a binder is delivered. You can ring up and you can say you don't want that, and then you won't have to pay it. But if you don't do that, they are going to send it to you. Now, as a subscriber, you're automatically going to get those special issues as they come available that we've gone through, and you're automatically going to be opted in with those binders and special issues throughout the collection that you may opt out by contacting the number there. Now, they also print books sometimes, and I found this with the Mortal Realms. You'll get a book delivered, and they do give you warning. They'll email you. They even send a letter, so you've got time to cancel it if you don't want it. But that's something to bear in mind as well, because they can be like £15 with the Mortal Realms. And with Warhammer Imperium, they brought out the Art of Warhammer 40,000, which you could have opted out of. So there's some things to bear in mind with binders and extra books. But otherwise, it's all pretty clear, pretty transparent, and very easy to cancel that at any time. So I didn't think I would go and subscribe to this Stormbringer magazine. I thought it's going to be mostly Dominion box set, probably things I don't want. But there's loads in here that I haven't got yet and would love to add to the collection. And we'll go through that in a second. But I thought, first of all, let's take a look at what happens when you subscribe. So basically, we'll click on this button, and then that's going to take us to this page. And you can choose the premium subscription, which is going to give you all the information here, your first issue at $4.99, and then all your other issues down here, or standard. Now I'm going to go for the standard. I don't need the 2 first premium issues because I've got Dominion box. So I've got those already, but this tells you exactly what's going to happen. So I can choose to start from 1, 2, 3, or 4. I'm going to start from 1, so that's going to cost me $2.99. And over here in my first delivery, I know I'm going to get issue 1 at $2.99, free issue 2, and that modelling kit. And that's $2.99. Then the second delivery, I get issue 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's going to be a total of $35.96. and then subsequent deliveries, 4 issues a month, plus those more free gifts that we went through, and that's going to be $35.96. So really easy, fill all your details out, and then it tells you that payment is taken only after dispatch of your issues. So once you've got set up, you won't pay until they dispatch it. The terms and conditions on that page as well are very clear. So it lays everything out here. You can see exactly what you're going to get. You know exactly what you're going to pay. So I think that's really good. But it's this line here that's important. It tells us that you are free to cancel your subscription at any time. You'll be able to keep your free gifts and you will not owe any money for goods not yet delivered. So if you get issue 1 for $2.99, you get the free issue 2 and that first free gift. If you cancelled after that, you have to give 28 days notice, so just bear that in mind. But if you cancel straight away, then you won't get the next set of issues, and you'll only have to pay $2.99 for all those things. So that's something to think about, and I think that's a crazy deal. I mean, you just think how much the glue is. So yeah, you're going to get all that for $2.99 and with the option to cancel, and it's hassle-free, really easy to do. So there's the terms and conditions, which are on that page on the website too. I also went and had a look at some more terms and conditions on their website just to make sure that it really is this simple if you want to cancel it, and found you've also got the option to freeze your subscription for 1, 2 or 3 months. You can do this in the customer account area or by giving them a call. They're not going to take any payments during that time and no dispatches will be sent to you. And once your freeze period has ended, that subscription is going to continue as normal. So you've got an option there just to freeze it for a little bit. Maybe there's 4 issues you don't want, so you could just freeze it and then start again afterwards. So that's something to look at as well. And then again, this tells you if you want to cancel, you've got to give 28 days notice as well. So really easy. You can do it by phone, post or email. Before we head over and have a look at all the different models included, I think I should give a shout out to Fauxhammer, a great website, fauxhammer.com. I'll put a link down in the description below, and this is going to take you to Fauxhammer, and this is where you get all the information about this Warhammer Stormbringer issues. He updates the website as soon as he finds out what issues are coming next, and it's done the same with Mortal Realms, the Imperium magazine, a great go-to website for loads of information. And so I can highly recommend going there and keeping up to date with everything that's going on, because it really is a wealth of knowledge where it comes to these collections, and so I can highly recommend doing that. He also does a really thorough price breakdown, so over the next few days I imagine we'll see that on here, where he'll go through and break down all the prices and work out how many points you get for each army and things like that. So this is a really great resource. And now there's one thing on here that it does say, and that is that Warhammer Stormbringer is a trial. Now, I didn't see this anywhere on the Warhammer Stormbringer website, but I trust what he says, because he's really clued up where it comes to these subscriptions. And so, yeah, it says it's a trial. So it comes out, which is the 16th of February today. So it comes out in newsagents, and it doesn't mean it's going to be in every newsagent though, so you might not get it available near you. And he says that every collection so far has featured an initial 5-week trial, which is 4 issues. So he says that that's what this could be. And so this is treated as a real live ongoing subscription, but it's no more than a trial for the next 5 weeks. So issue 1 is out for 2 weeks and then weekly after that, as we know. So we can subscribe still and do all that, but we may have to wait a little while until we get our issues. So I'm going to subscribe, and then as soon as I get the issues, I'll post on the YouTube channel here, so you know exactly what's coming, what you get, and when you get it. But there we go. There's fauxhammer.com. Highly recommend you checking it out, and I'll put a link in the description below for that. But now let's check out the models, and we'll have a look at all the sets that are going to be included in this great collection. Here are all the models that are going to be included in the collection, but bear in mind some of this is subject to change, so they may swap some of these, you might not get them, they might put something in their place, so just bear that in mind. But looking great from this selection. Once we delve into it, there's some really cool models in here, and I'm going to do another video that goes into a bit more detail about this, because I think this is going to be fantastic for Warcry as well as Age of Sigmar, and there's so many options in here for Warcry, it's crazy. So I think I'll do that straight after this video and go into a bit more detail. But now let's go through each of the models and just focus on them real quickly. And what a great way to start with the Stormdrake Guard. You're going to get both of these. These are £68 if you buy them as a set, so they're going to be included there. A great way to start off the collection. Again, don't know what issue they're going to be in though. Then I noticed this guy, which looks like the Lord Aquila, another large model. So I'm working through the large models first. So this could be a really good one to lead the army. Then we got the Stormstrike Chariot. I really wanted to get this. I didn't, but I'm glad I didn't because it's included in this. So can't wait for that one. If you get that for $8.99, that's going to be a bargain. Another set I really wanted was the Knight Judicator with Griffhounds. So this is fantastic. Really good so far. Then we've got the Spirit of Durthu, that's what it looks like, and this could be the Tree Lord from the Start Collecting Sylvaneth set, and I think there's some other models in there we'll see in a second, but here's a really good one. This looks like Druanti the Arch Revenant, one I really want to add to my Sylvaneth Warcry warband. Then the Start Collecting Sylvaneth set, I think these models might be from that. Not sure, hard to tell from the picture, but I think that's what they could be. Then this looks like the Tree Revenants, and the clue from that was from the banner that we can see and focus in on right here. But if you've got any ideas what any of these models are, certainly the ones that I can't see very clearly, I'd love to hear what your guesses are in the comment section below. Now we're on to Caradon Overlords, so it's great that it's not all Stormcast Eternals, and this looks like a selection of the Arcanaut Company and also the Endrin Master. Then you've got the Harrow Deep warband from Underworlds. Brilliant models, so cool they've included this, and great to see a load of Underworld sets in here, including Thundrix Profiteers, so they're included as well. So the Underworld sets I think are fantastic, really well done. And you're also going to get Itari's Guardians. How cool is this? So already we're getting 3 of the Underworld sets of miniatures, perfect for Warcry with the new rules. Then we've got Gardas Steel Soul, great model this, and usually you do get a model that's unique to the collection, so we haven't seen that one yet. We've also got the Lord Commander Bastian Carthalos, another great model that I probably would never buy on its own for the price, but if it's included in the collection, that's great. Looks like we're getting 5 Vigilors too, so that could be one sprue from the set, and hopefully it's the ones like here, you can put them together in lots of different poses. And also I think there's 5 Vanquishers included, so one sprue from that collection as well. So it's looking brilliant so far, isn't it? All these great models. And then the rest of the Stormcast Eternals look like they're from the Dominion box set. And as we go through them all here, you can see these ones. And if you've got Dominion, you'll certainly recognise these. So you get a nice selection there. And then if you go for the special premium, you'll get the other ones too, including the main model. And then for the Cruel Boys, these are all from the Dominion box set as well. But look at this, you've got Zarbag's Gets, a great set. Perfect for Warcry. Really happy they're including this in the collection. This is making it really good for Warcry. Also a Squig Herd is in there. You're getting that full Squig Herd. So that should come in one issue, I hope anyway. Then there's some Stabbers. And so really cool. I haven't got any of those, but really would like to get some. So I'm really happy that that's included too. And this looks like it's Scragrot the Loon King, but I don't recognise the models next to him. So if you do, add your idea in the comment below. Then up here, I think we've got the Loon Boss on a giant cave squig and some squig hoppers. Now, I've been considering starting a Gloomspite Gits AOS army just to paint up, and now I could actually be playing them, so that's great fun. Also, the Beast Skewer Killbow there. We've got some Ard Boys. Looks like there's 5, so that's going to be one sprue from this set, perhaps. And then another Underworld set, we're looking at the Iron Jaws, Iron Skulls Boys. So really great. We're going to get some for each of the 2 armies here. Then we've got a Mega Boss. So a nice big model to add to the collection too. Really great to see what they've done here. I'm loving it. And then we've got the Marsh Crawler Sloggoth, one of the bigger models now. So we're starting to work our way up from the smaller ones up to the bigger ones. Next is the Swamp Boss Scumdrek. So this looks cool. I really like these as well, but I thought I won't get them. But if they're part of the collection, ideal. Next up is one of the Gargants. I'm sure this is one of the Man Crusher Gargants. I think it's the one on the right hand side of the picture here. Then we've got Gloomspite Gits Moloch's Mob. I can't see the other models from this, but that looks like Moloch at the back. And I think the other models next to him could be from the Mob too. Although the bases on these aren't formed as you'd usually see in Underworld sets. Then we've got the terrain. Now this looks like most of the terrain from the Extremist starter set. So all but one piece is included from this. So you've got all the bits here. You've got the corner buildings, 2 corner buildings, a statue, and that fountain as well. And so there's only one that's not featured in the Extremist starter set. So it looks like you're getting an additional corner piece. So a nice bit of terrain. Now I don't think this is as much terrain as we've seen in Mortal Realms, but I'm sure there's some bigger models here, and they do look fantastic as well, and a nice selection with the armies. But this set is really good. This is the Beastgrave terrain set from Underworlds, which is fantastic scatter terrain, and I was really interested to see, and surprised to see they included that here in the collection. So that's a quick rundown of everything that's included, and again I'm going to do another video, so if you want to check it out in a bit more slow time and we can talk about Warcry a bit more, then that's going to be up on the channel real soon. But how cool is this? A great subscription magazine. It could well be a trial, as Fauxhammer said, so just bear that in mind, but all the information's there and we can subscribe, and I'll keep you updated with that subscription as soon as I get some. I'm going to pop down the newsagents this morning and see if I can grab a copy too. But let me know what you think about this. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback, and I hope this has been helpful, giving you a good idea about what these subscription magazines are all about, and hopefully they'll be coming to your country soon if you're not in the UK. But thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.